Hello, alright. We got... Oh, I gotta turn the volume down. We got Game 3 for what we learned in Picks and Bans of TSM versus Team Liquid. Now, I just have to say, like... Nah, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about that. Let's just, go over the comps. Zer's now on Team Liquid, so they're going to win. But, Vayne, okay. Actually, I'm not even sure what TSM has. They could pick a comp that could beat beat a Zer this time. They could. I'm not completely optimistic about that. Bjergsen's really good. He could get on an assassin or a burst and actually, get the burst down and successfully win. Alright. I could see this. So, yeah. Alright, so this is going to be good. Of course, the pressure is going to go to the Zer comp, although, again, if Ari's more pick, so he could get the pick onto the Zer, he could get the burst in. It's not as good as Victor, to be honest, but Team Liquid also doesn't have Jinx, and that's kind of important here. But let's go. But they do have Vayne, so that's actually a bonus and a disadvantage, but it's different. Well, first of all, Team Liquid has the pressure. The Zer's range outranges both Ari and Sivir, and Team Liquid's engage with not is pretty good, and they got some really good follow-up with Braum and Azir versus, who did I miss? Was it Maokai? I think it was Maokai. Maybe it's an R. We'll change it when the game pops up. But Sivir, Eve sort of flanks are pretty good. The Alistar can always go in. And then Ari flanks with Eve can be pretty deadly to the Azir. But there's no pressure coming out of it. That's the big thing. So if Team Liquid actually can put this pressure up, then yeah. But engage-wise, TSM has more diversity. So I'm going to give them an edge there. It's only a small edge, but it's a little bit of an edge, and they need that edge. Especially, engage doesn't conflict with it itself, so as long as TSM has engage, and if Team Liquid has pressure, they can still win the game from it. Poke. Poke's actually TSM, but it's only like an REQ and a Sivir Q. It's not really poke. Not good poke when you think of like a Jace shot or something like that, or annoying poke like Ziggs. So non-co, no-co. What is it? Non-committal. I like that word. Non-committal CC. TSM has the Ari. That's pretty much it. And it's on Bjergsen, so that I value that, but just from team comp perspectives, it's just a little bit. Engage pressure is definitely going to be on TSM. Fight and split. So tables are turned for TSM here. Team Liquid now has a Zer pressure. And Team Liquid's actually got the comp that a lot of the Korean teams are kind of running, where you play a Zer basically like Bjergsen was playing. You put down the soldiers and you try to zone out the enemy team, and when the enemy team actually comes in, they're diving into a Vayne who is almost a hyper carry, or is a hyper carry, and she's going to destroy you if you try to run back out. Azir's still there, like, with his soldiers, so it's kind of like a lose-lose situation if you're engaging on it, and you don't have the pressure against them. So how they fight is kind of based around that, but they also actually sorry, this is equal. I completely forgot about Nautilus. My apologies. Can't catch everything. I should be more procedural about it. But anyways, Team Liquid's fight, it's actually pretty good, because if Bjergsen tries to come in and tries to get Azir or tries to get Vayne, Nautilus can just ult them if he's there. If he's not there, he's going to teleport in later, which it will help, but at X Special, oh, they don't have exhaust. TSM has exhaust, but it doesn't matter because TSM is not going to really be in range of like anybody. Oh, Lustboy can with the Alistar, so that's pretty good, but still. So Team Liquid will basically put pressure on and try to get Nautilus hook. Pressure and not hook. This is pretty cool because it's not an engage, which is cool. Because usually when you start a fight, you're either looking for an engage, and if you're looking for a pick, you usually don't have a lot of pressure on the enemy team. Well, you shouldn't have pressure. Teams should be picking team comps that have equal pressure or an advantage if you're better in picks and bins. But so Team Liquid can pressure and just look for not hook, and if they get a not hook on anyone, it's going to be like a devastating team fight for TSM. And that's what's kind of cool because TSM they're really gonna have to engage, and they're gonna have to do it right. They're gonna have to set up and control vision and get the flank. So I want to say Eve and Ahri. Eve/Ahri, Azir flank. Eve/Ahri needs an Azir flank or a Piglet flank. They need to get around and get in there and get around Azir's minions. That's what they're gonna have to do. And yeah, TSM was running around the map a whole bunch, so maybe they're gonna pull it off and sort of do that. But if they have to go through Azir to get in for a fight, they're not gonna really have a good time. And it was a lot of the stuff that Team Liquid was actually experiencing. But the comp's not much better than Team Liquid last game. Especially like the Sivir 80 carry against his, yeah, it's not that good. So it's definitely Team Liquid in this time. I like the Azir Nautilus hook sort of pressure engage. It's gonna probably be really deadly, and setting up to get one of these flanks that TSM's gonna need to get is gonna be really hard. They're not gonna be able to rely on a Dyrus flank like they usually do. They're gonna need Santorin to do it, or they're gonna need Bjergsen to hide. I think in the H2K game there was a time when Xpeke did it. I think he hit it in the bush, or I don't know which game it was. I think it was H2K vs Origin. Xpeke did it, and it was sort of a similar situation to this, but it was more about the Tristana on H2K's comp. But yeah, Team Liquid pressure. While TSM has engage, poke, no commits the same. So Team Liquid. It's not much better than the last game. So like 60, I want to say 60% for just the team comp, but we're gonna go 65. 65% Team Liquid. But based on performance of the last few games, Team Liquid's probably gonna shut this game out pretty quick. A lot faster than TSM was doing when they had the comp that couldn't lose, and it still took them 50 minutes. So it's game 3.